Hi, my name is Packy, creator of Pack Rat's Shack. I upcycle furniture, build out of pallet wood, finish interior spaces, and have a vendor booth for my creations. Welcome to my world. So the problem that I'm coming into in the last joint is that I cannot get the screwdriver in there, even my smaller hammer driver. I can't even get it in there in a correct angle to get the screws all the way in. They barely start to grab before the bit can't stay on the head of it anymore. And one would think, okay, remove the longer rail and do the shorter ones first, but that's not the problem. The problem is the squareness of the leg. That's what is hitting the screwdriver. Even when I'm back here, it's the front side hitting this. So I have to figure out a way to get this in and secure it, and that's where I'm at right now, is trying to figure that out. So then the only longer Craig screw that I have is 2.5 inch with all of this straight sleeve that will do no good with holding anything. So I'm going to grab shorter 2-inch deck screws and see if I can do it this way. I don't want it to go too far into the leg, and I'm afraid it would split out if it was too far in. That's why you have Craig screws work better than other screws. They actually pull it in tight. You can see the difference between that tight joint and this with a gap. So I'm basically gonna do the same thing with this other side, and then I'll flip the legs over before securing them down to see if I can get a better angle on this one. This one I put on upside down. Oh my words. Well, this one I didn't. I've seen others make the same mistakes, so I'm not gonna let it stop me. But it just so happens that they wouldn't reach anything in the back anyway, and I did put this rail in correctly. So I'm not going to take everything apart. I'll just flip it around. Now they're all in the right spot. So we're starting to get an idea of what the unit will look like. And now I'm pretty much done with the shelf. I basically did exactly what you saw for the first two planks all the way across, but it sticks out just a little bit further than this base right here. So I don't want it sticking out that far, so I'm going to rip down one edge, whether it's the front edge or back edge, it doesn't matter. Then I also need to even up each end from where all the planks are just a little bit uneven, and then once I rip it down and even up the ends, then I will secure it to the top. So here within the unit, these pieces were removed because they weren't just square. They had a rounded edge, and obviously since I flipped the piece over, the flat bottom, the flat would be on the wrong side then, and it would have need to be turned around. I am just going to instead glue and finish now these in place. And because these are wider than that groove, there's going to be enough surface area to be able to do that. So this is a very exciting time for me. You know, it's just that time in my life where things are finally starting to settle into where they should. No, I'm just kidding. But it's really exciting because we're to the painting stage. And I probably shouldn't have even got started with the Dixie Belle Caviar because I knew I wouldn't have enough to finish the piece, and we're in the weekend to where that shop is closed, so I don't want to hold up and not continue on the piece. So actually it's a blessing though, because I got to thinking about like what kind of statement I wanted this piece to have, and I really want it to pop. And although most people might think a black is a black is a black, that's not the case. Caviar is excellent. I love it. It's awesome. But if I really want to make this piece pop, I knew I needed to go with Sherwin-Williams Tricorn Black. I've used that on front doors of businesses. It really pops. And in order to use it on furniture, I went to the Krylon Chalky Finish, and I got it in the deeper base tintable paint. So this is the first time I'll be putting Tricorn Black on a piece of furniture, but I'm all excited about it. So let's see how it looks. So this is something that I decided to do today. Before I proceed with installing what I want the back panels and the bottom panels to be, I want to go ahead and start putting a protective coating on the paint in order to protect it, because there's a lot of risk in damaging the paint job that we've already done while installing the wood that has sharp corners and edges, and getting my tool in and out of there to like nail them in. So I'm just going to go ahead and start layering on some of this protective coating. So I went ahead and I've cut them all to size, and now it's time to install them in the piece. For the bottom of the base, I'm actually just going to use Gorilla Glue, heavy duty construction adhesive, and then put weight on top of them to hold them down while they're drying. I don't see the point of having to put finish nails in there, because this is just a really thin piece of like paper covered Luan or something like that. There will be nothing really for the nails to attach to. So I'm going to attempt to do this without scratching up the unit. Now I will be attaching the boards to the back panel here, and I'll be again using the Gorilla heavy duty construction adhesive, but I'll be able to also run a row of finish nails across the top and the bottom. So I've got the one shelf cleaned and put in, and I've got the doors ready for the glass, but I'm waiting for them to dry from a coat of polyacrylic. So in the meantime, I'm going to start with distressing this unit back a little bit, mainly just on the corners And then after I kind of distress back the black, I want to put in some white wax. The reason I do it like this instead of always, I don't always just use sanding to do it, is because I don't like how sometimes when you're trying to get that distressed look and paint off, how the sanding paper kind of leaves a difference in the paint between where it's missing and the good paint. Then there's this in-between stage that I don't really like. So I like just using a scraper and hitting the corners where I want to hit them, and not necessarily everywhere, but just to add some dimension for a light distressing back. Sometimes you can come around on the front just a little bit and get a little bit going on there. So I'm putting the glass back in, and you can tell this was a better quality piece because it had these window strips that held the glass in place so you can remove it and do maintenance. But they're these ugly brown now, which when the unit was wood, it worked, but you can tell that's not going to look good anymore. So I've got to come up with a plan to make that a little better than it is. And I'm thinking maybe black gilding wax. But I think that's what grips onto the rubber the best, so. This is Dixie Belle's Best Dang Wax in white. And I already started some on the sides just to see if I liked it or not. And I have it around this door panel. So I'm just gonna show how I'm doing it just to get these edges to pop out a little bit more. So this is how I arranged the wires in the back so they weren't all jumbled up. This isn't quite up to busted to buff pro quo, but it's what I could afford and felt like handling at this point. So in order to keep things on the clean plan as I could, I secured them with staples up to backer that I put in rather than just into this paper cardboard imitation stuff. And then I went ahead and zip tied the extra, and that would be separated for each line behind here so that it's not hanging all loose back there. And then this is where all of them are plugged into to get them all on the same circuit into the switch, which then gets it to an outlet.
Hello everybody, it's Nova. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. We really appreciate your guys' support for us. Please comment down below what you think about this video. I, for one, am very proud of what my mom has done to this piece. If you like us, please hit that like button and subscribe to us and hit that notification bell. As always, stay safe out there.